So good afternoon, everyone. I thought I would come on here real quick and show you kind of what I'm working on today. Um, I've got some rice paper. I've got a stainless steel tray here that has a rim of like a gold Art Deco type finish on it. So I did paint it in plaster by the DIY Cottage Color. And it's a what do you call it, a primer and a final finish all in one. So I put that as my base coat on there, and you can see how streaky that is. So I think I'm going to go back and do it one more time, and then when it dries, it's still kind of wet. And what I did here is I took my paper and I put it on top of my tray, and I did the whole fingernail thing to get the right shape and size of my paper. And I want it to be just a little bit smaller because I'm going to probably fade out and paint the edges. Plaster I thought was a really good color that went with that. So I might do some touch-ups on this paper by painting out the edges. And I'll probably use a little bit of Dark and Decrepit and a little bit of the plaster and do that. Or I have some pink that I might do it with, Paper Fusion. But I am going to do, here's my misting bottle. And I did the water cutout method after I got the paper down to the right size. I used this with water, and I did the edges in a rough trim there to go on there. But anyway, when I decoupage it on, I'm going to use the DIY in combination with this heavy gel glow, this golden heavy gel glow. I watched the Painted Photographer, and she does a lot of decoupaging, and she recommends it. And I think this will give us a nice top coat too. But I'm going to use it on both sides. I'm going to mist the paper on the back side of it as I put it down. It's not a very big piece, but I am going to do an anchor end on it and try to get it down without any wrinkles, if I can. And it's kind of a recessed little tray. It's not flat. So I'm thinking that might give me a headache or two. So these are the two decoupage mediums I'm going to use on it today. And that's kind of what I'm working on today. The last couple of days I've been working on small projects, trying to see what I want to do. If I take anything to a craft fair, I might want to do some smalls. And I did order some shells in, and I had shells. So I'm going to flip over here and show you what I've been working on. These shells came within a kit, and that's not what I thought I ordered. I thought I ordered just the smaller shells that are this size for necklaces, but I actually grabbed the wrong product, and I got these bigger shells, and they sent me the whole kit with this twine and the bead and the paint to go around the edge and that napkin. So I thought, well, I'll try it. And I showed it to my daughter, and I go, I mean, here's my hand, and I got a big hand, but that's a really big necklace. So I'm not going to do that. But I am going to use those shells, and I am going to decorate with those beads, but I'm not going to make it a necklace. I'm just going to make it a shelf sitter. I did another one with the red, white, and blue napkin, and I did an oyster shell in with the flag going out like this direction with an oyster shell, and it's just a shelf sitter. And here's some more shells that I already had. And this little one is cute. And I just took the edges of the napkin and decoupaged on the top of the shell, the blue with the white stars. And then this was another shell that I already had in my stash. And I just made it it's kind of cute for just a little shelf sitter, but that's a good size for a shelf sitter. You could throw a change in it. You could, if I put a different layer topper on it, I probably could make it a soap dish for your bathroom. But I think it's just a change dish or stash your jewelry in or whatever for your bathroom would be really good. Yeah, so I've been working that just a little bit at a time the last couple of days. I'm missing my granddaughter. I haven't seen her this week, and I didn't have her last week. Last weekend was the wedding, which went really well. But anyway, so I've been working on that. And it's been raining, so it's not sunny outside. So just thought I'd keep you in touch with what I'm working on. And that's it from my craft room today. You guys have a nice day. Have a great weekend. Bye.